What's going on, good people? How we doing today? How your mama and them? My name is E-Man. I'll be your host, and welcome to Healthy Don't Hurt. Your boy recently got some new software, so I'm gonna be acting bougie. I'll be acting like I don't know y'all no more. I'm gonna change my phone number. No, I'm teasing. But yeah, I got some upgrades. Shout out to everybody who's been supporting me and viewing the channel. Today's topic is the American dream dead, bro? Is the American dream dead? This is something that bothers me, fam. And I'm about to drink a beer. Please drink responsibly if you're gonna crack one with me. But like, this is something that truly bothers me because everybody's got to work 40 hours a week. Some of us have to work more, right, just to support ourselves. This isn't to support a family. This isn't to have our parents be retired. This is just to put food in our bellies, and a roof over our head. We got to work 40 hours a week. And there was once a point in time in our lives where you could put your head down and you could work for the same company for 30, 40, 50 years and have a very nice retirement plan. And nowadays it's a wrap. Like, you can't do that no more how you once could. Like, let's take a look and see. And please excuse my search history. If you guys see my collection of big booty girls, I'll make sure to hide those so you guys know I'm just joking. But yeah, let's take a look. How much does it take to retire? How much is required to retire? Let's take a look and see. Stupid ad. These ads are killing me, fam. Just give me the number. How much does it take for us to retire? Yeah, but I hate when you just want a simple answer and they give you you just try to get like a simple answer and they give you just a whole bunch of word vomit. Here we go. CNBC. CNBC probably got something for us. Let's take a look. More ads. How annoying. Fam. What is going on? Okay, there we go. Jeez Louise. Okay, so this is from CNBC. It says the cost of retirement can vary by as much as $1.36 million. What? It can vary by $1.3 million. Like, what does that even mean, dog? Okay, so the cost of retirement can vary as much as $1.36 million depending on where you live in the U.S. According to an analysis by personal finance website GoBankingRates.com, to determine the amount of money needed to retire, GoBanking Rates calculated the annual expenses for housing, food, utilities, transportation, and healthcare in each state for people 65 years or older using data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics and Missouri Economic Research and Information Center. These totals were multiplied by 25 or 30 years, excluding Social Security payments, since those benefits would supplement the retiree's personal savings. The study assumes that the retiree will receive an annual Social Security payment of $21,566.76. The U.S. average based on the most recent information provided by the Social Security Administration. It is important to note that these projections don't include adjustments for inflation. And y'all know inflation has been going super stupid lately. And that the annual cost of living in each state will likely rise over time. However, invested savings are also likely to rise in value during that time. For a 25-year retirement, you'll need just over $2 million in Hawaii. That is most of all states by far. That's followed by Massachusetts, California, and New York, along with 12 other states where you'll need at least $1 million saved up to retire. Most of these states are along the coast and contain large cities where the cost of housing tends to be the highest. Like, holy crap, guys, that is super high. You telling me you need $1 million cash. This is including, your mortgage being paid off, your 401k plan. You need $1 million to $1.3 million just to retire comfortably. That is absolutely terrible. Like, how are we supposed to feel secure and, more importantly, confident, knowing that it takes that much for us to retire? Because you really got to think, it's not just so much the participation of people, putting in money into or to the S&P 500. It's not so much, people just playing the game. It's them feeling confident, because when people lose confidence, bad things happen, bro. Ja Morant says, I agree. Bro, that name is freaking hilarious. But no, on the real though, like people are starting to lose their sugar honey iced tea up in here, as far as the working man and the working woman goes. Because there's no real incentive for us to even have a good credit score. Like, if I'm broke, I can't get a mortgage, right? I'm broke as shit. What do I care about a credit score for? Let alone retirement. What do I care? I can't get a house. Like, you just living life at this. You might as well crash out. Like for real, you might as well just crash out and just give up. You want me to work for 40 years for one company for what? For what exactly? What am I supposed to do? And the sad part is, fam, the sad part is, used to be able to go to Disney 2-3 times a year. Like, you used to be eating good. You know what I'm saying? Off of a job working 40 hours a week, you could have 2-3 kids, a dog, a goldfish. You got a lake house or a lake trailer, a trailer up at the lake, where you go fishing and hunting. Man, now you lucky to have a 2-bedroom apartment. F the white picket fence, F the front, that 1 acre land, in your backyard. You ain't getting none of that. You ain't getting squat. It's honestly a shame, fam. Like, it's honestly a shame. Like, what do you do in this situation? And God help you if you have what do you call it? If you have student loans. Like, God help you. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I've been shaking and moving through these companies. I've been telling these people I got degrees and I don't. And you know what? I just don't see the reason for me having to go to college just to do Excel spreadsheets. Like, seriously, you could take some courses on Coursera and learn how to do that. It's just not needed. So, like, how can you get ahead? God help you if you got child support. Like, it's outrageous. Ja Morant said Biden getting rid of student loans. Ja Morant, I'm gonna be real with you, man. I'm gonna be real with you, Ja. No Diddy. I'm gonna keep it a bean with you, fam. I don't believe that they're gonna get rid of those student loans. I'm gonna be real with you. And if they do get rid of student loans, it's coming from somewhere. It's coming from somewhere, man. Like, nothing's free. Like, you really got to think about it. When they start talking about, oh yeah, we're giving free this and free that, they always spin the block to get the money back later on. Ja Morant says he's trying. I can say that. Ja Morant, I'm going to be honest, man, and this is going to sound sad. I have no faith in Joe Biden. Bring the orange man back in. This dude ain't doing he can barely speak. He can barely speak. I just, not to be rude or ageist, right? Because there are some sharp gentlemen that are in their later years. He's just not one of them. He's just not one of them, fam. Like, you can't tell me that when he's on the stage, right? When he's on the stage, now keep it a buck. You can't tell me when he's out here talking and speaking, you're like, yeah, I feel confident. Other countries, totally not making fun of us. The dude's damn near senile, excuse my language. Ja Morant says, and Trump is, are you serious? I don't think he's the best choice we have. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think that Trump is intelligent by any means, but one thing he can do is at least talk. Like, that's my thing, bro. Like, you being able to talk publicly, like, it should be the basics. You being able to clearly communicate and display a understanding of what's going on, not economically, not just with our country, but internationally. Like, it's like the lights are on, but like nobody's home. It's like the lights are on, but nobody's home, fam. And it's like y'all want to run it back again. Like, y'all want to run it back again. John Moran says, I know you are more intelligent than that. The same person that says inject bleach in your body for COVID. I'm not saying he's smart, right? I made a whole short because Trump is pretty slow his damn self, because homie dead ass on live television took off his solar glasses. Melania Trump was next to him. John Morant. Melania Trump was next to him wearing wearing her glasses, as she should. It might not even been her. It could have been a clone, right? I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm a me supporter. All right, I want to make that clear. I don't want you to be like, oh yeah, he's a red hat wearing. Like, no. Chill, fam, chill. I'm just in it for me, and you should be too. You know, I'm in it for my interest. But like, one thing that Trump can at least do is communicate, right? Especially in crunch time. Like, I'm not saying he's the best choice. I just want somebody that's not going to embarrass me. Biden embarrasses me more than Trump. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, it's true. You know, that border is cooked, fam. That border is cooked. What do you mean just let everybody in? What do you mean by that? I wish I was in that meeting, bro. Like, I should have went to the military and became a general, because I would have been like, what the fuck did he just say? Did he just say, yeah, everybody come in, it's fine? Like, no. Did he just say we're going to be giving $10,000 to any new immigrant that crosses the border? Oh, nah. We got to get him out of here, fam. John Morant says they both aren't our best choice. I agree. LOL, but I'd rather want a president that stutters than one that supports dictators. You know what? That's a good point, man. That's a good point. And you know what? And John Morant, I just want to make this very clear, man, because I'm not a Trump supporter, I'm not a Biden supporter. I'm a me supporter, right? I'm a me supporter. I am team me. Team healthy don't hurt. My thing is, as long as they ain't dictating my ass, I don't care. And this sounds cold-hearted. It really does. It really does, bro. But if it's not a U.S. interest, it's no interest of mine. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. And it's a shame. It really is a shame, because we got all this stuff going on in our country, and we have these systems. We have these systems that are they're really just setting our people up for failure. John Morant says, and John Morant, I appreciate you for participating and for commenting so much. It really means a lot. John Morant says, it's the Fox script for me, LOL, but I'm just here listening. Yeah, man, I don't listen to Fox. I'm going to keep it a buck. Or CNN, you know, like, I think for myself. You know, like, I look at the news just to know what's going on, but I try to have my own opinion on things and read the room for myself, because these news outlets, they'll tell you they'll tell you whatever. You feel me? Like, they will tell you whatever goes with their little agenda. And you know what my agenda is, fam? My agenda is putting money in my pocket, right? And people that follow my channel, I make that very clear, and I try to get people on the same page, because that's what this community is about. I'm an opportunist, right? I used to frown upon opportunists. I agree with the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. Look, it's way deeper than that. Like, I used to work for banks, and I worked as a mortgage analyst for one of the biggest banks in the world. And so when you apply for loans, mortgages, checking, the savings accounts, whether it's you're signing up for one or you just need help, you speak to somebody, and that person was me, you know, from start to finish throughout that entire process. And so I can see, like, you, not to be like weird or gross, but I can see these people's financials. Like, you're completely naked when you're talking to these bank representatives. And so I can see what moves they're making. And I'm going to be real with you. It's, besides the generational wealth, it's just knowing what forms to fill out. It's just paperwork. People aren't filling out the paperwork, right? So you can set up a trust. And I still work in the banking industry right now, specifically in taxes. I don't do mortgages anymore. But like, when I say paperwork, let's say that you give your son, you want to leave your son a house, you want to leave your son a home, a mortgage that's tied to the estate. You can have that entire home be inside of a trust for your son. And then I think after 5 years, it's tax free. You don't have to pay the taxes, right? But if you don't set up a trust, now your son's got to pay taxes. So it's really just knowing the game, filling out the paperwork, and just, you are right, man. You definitely are right. John Moran says we definitely need to fix our backyard first. I agree. Yeah, you know what, John Moran? It's tough out here, bro. Like, This is I'm glad you're here, John Morant. John Morant is carrying me through this stream. I appreciate you because you're giving me so many good talking points. It is sad. It is sad because people aren't willing to do what it takes, fam. Like I have a legit job. I'm a father. I couldn't get a second job, so I made a YouTube channel, homie. I got monetized too, and you guys helped. You thank you, John Morant. Thank you from me and my family and anybody that ever hit the like button, sub. I got 2 people watching me right now. I appreciate all of you guys, right? But people aren't willing to do this. People aren't willing to start a company. I'm about to start an LLC this year, right? I'm trying to start a business. This is just for me to hit $75,000. I'm not balling. I was born with a wooden spoon, bro. So I get it, but like the rich are getting richer, but it's only because they're playing the game, and the poor people just they're they're just not playing. Like they're playing with an unplugged controller. Like it's sad. And I don't know what race you are, Jaw. I don't know what ethnicity you are, bro. But I'm black, fam, and I be seeing black people do the stupidest ish, and just like praise ignorance. Like ignorance is not cool. Like if you really think about it, like as far as our culture goes, it is just you're going nowhere fast. John Moran says stocks, baby, stocks. Yeah, man, it's more than that, man. It's stocks. It's your job. It is your expenses. Like I'm gonna keep it a buck, and this I would never do this, right? And I would not suggest for you to do this. Oh yeah, you black. All right, yeah. So you know what up. You know what's up. But yeah, I wouldn't say that you should do this. But for example, right? It's not just stocks. It's also maxing out your 401k plan. Right? It's also, instead of you going out to eat every single night, you cooking at home. It's like, instead of you calling the plumber to fix your bathtub or your shower, you going up on YouTube and figuring out how to do it yourself. Right? Keeping the money in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to taxes, if you got your own business, stupid stuff that you buy on a daily basis could be considered a tax write-off, and that's why I need to make a LLC, fam, because I got all this equipment. I don't have to buy any more equipment. I might get a green screen. That's about it. That backdrop, this microphone, these headphones, laptop, all this crap, the webcam, all of this could have just been written off, right? But I wasn't playing the game right. I'm still learning, but what helped me personally, like, and I encourage anybody, work in the banking industry. Even if you start out as a teller, you could be a security. I do not care. Find a way to get into a bank. Okay, don't be a security guard, but be with the money. Either be with the money or with loans. And they'll hire you. They're hiring anybody. Trust me. I worked with some people where I'm like, how did you get this job, fam? You can't even do basic math. The hell is going on? John Moran says trying to keep up with the Joneses will keep you broke. Yeah, facts, bro. Facts. Because like people hurting out here, fam. People hurting. I'm a bank at a call center now. John Moran, you cool, bro. You cool. John Moran said I'm a bank at a call center now. That's what I did. I worked from home in this exact same chair, fam. In this exact same chair. And I worked in we did mortgages. We did mortgages, home equity lines of credit, and then we took the overflow calls from checking and savings accounts. And what I've seen is that people are they over leverage their loans. They're up to debt in their ears. And they're just drowning, fam. And it's not just the poor people, it's the people that got money too. People are getting divorces. Stuff is moving around, and it's going so south right now that I question whether or not the credit score is even needed. I'm gonna keep it a buck, because if you got a house, you don't need your credit score. You already got the crib. And if you can't afford a house and you broke and struggling, you have no business taking out a line of credit because you're broke. These interest rates are nothing to play with, and they're not for the weak. So like what you really gonna do? Like how are you really gonna act? But yeah, keeping up with the Joneses, it's sad, fam. It's sad. And to your point, where you said, the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. The rich get richer because they moving smart, fam. They really killing the game. It's sad. And yesterday's paper is not today's paper. Like middle class is now classified as $65,000 a year. That's just cutting it. That's just you making it by the hair of your nuts. Excuse my language. John Moran says that's what our people need to do smarter with. That's what our people do when we need to be smarter with our coin. Yeah, John Morant, I completely agree. And like with the black community, I'm gonna be real. I used to consume a lot of pro black content. And that's that I do these videos for everybody. My channel's for everybody. I used to do videos concentrating on the black community. Here's something that I noticed, and this is something that makes me sad. And I hope I'm not depressing anybody, with this conversation. What I've seen is that when you try to help a fellow black person and you try to share knowledge, people will hate on you before they support you. And it's not me saying that I'm above, because I always say, when I do these topics, I'm next to you. I'm not above you. Because some people, they'll be like, I'm better than you. You aren't me. You can never be me. I know things and you don't. No, I'm just like you. I just see stuff. I try to share the information, but instead of taking the game, right? Instead of taking the information and applying it, and my stuff is always applicable, and I use my own stories when I try to help people. But instead of taking the game to better themselves, they'll try to call you out, say it's not real, And it's not pretty. It's not pretty. It's not the I'm gonna make you $1 million overnight type stuff. John Morant says, I think we need to start putting our coin in our own neighborhoods instead of Arabs coming to every corner store and taking it. No hate to their community, though. You know what it is, John Morant? They're willing to fill out the paperwork, man. They really are. They really are willing to fill out the paperwork. They're willing to start the LLC. You just speaking the truth to power. Keep it up. Don't worry. Thank you. I appreciate you, man. It falls on deaf ears, and this stuff is not pretty, right? Like I said, I used to be a pro-black person in my adolescence because I wanted to see us do good. Until I saw John Morant. You got me thinking about John Morant now. No, until I seen Jay Morrison. Do you know who Jay Morrison is? He was like the real estate dude. That's what I'm saying. We have to do the work as a people. You were right, John Morant. I seen Jay Morrison get exposed, fam. Jay Morrison got exposed, bro. It was by Tony the Closer. It was like this giant thing in the black community, and I wanted to throw up in my mouth. And it really took the shades off, because when you're black and you see other people that are black and they're talking, not talking, you're like, yeah, we gonna pull up the community, we gonna get this paper, generational wealth. No. And then I got this banking job for mortgages, right? And then Jay Morrison's like, you can get real estate with somebody else's money. I'm like, that don't even make sense, fam. Yeah, you just get contractors, and you're a wholesaler, and this, that, and the third. I'm like, that's not how real estate works. Because I got this job. I used to work in IT, and then I got this job in a bank. And they pretty much showed me the entire process, right? Legal paperwork, ledgers for mortgages, fraud. He was a fraud. I caught fraud at my job too. But yeah, Jay Morrison was a fraud. He gave inaccurate information, telling people to use, what was it? I think he was trying to use it wasn't an EIN number. It was like it wasn't a social security number. It was like a number that was like a social. A number that was like a social security card, except it was like for immigrants. But yeah, it was totally fraudulent, fam. It was foul, and these dudes were giving out false information, and he took a lot of people's money. It was really sad. And this live is completely off track, and I do not care because I'm having fun. So I'm cool with it, man. I'm cool with it because you interacted with me, which I appreciate. But this all goes into the American dream, like for real. So it's like it's hard. It's hard in these streets, bro. It's hard in these streets. The only thing that matters is not black. It's green, fam. I thought it was green the whole time. He said, I'm sorry. John Morant says, I'm sorry, it's my fault. Nah, we just kicking it at this point, John Morant. If y'all want to see what comments John Morant is putting in, I'm reading your comments, but if y'all want to look at the log, hit the live chat button. Me and Buddy just chopping it up. But it is sad, fam. It is sad. And in the black community, they don't talk about the numbers. They don't talk about the forms. They don't talk about maintenance. There's so many things they don't talk about. And I see the struggles that people go through, or I saw the struggles, because like I said, I work and coincidentally, right? I do these conversations on my lives because if I do this on a video, less people are going to watch and pop in, which is fine, right? Because my channel used to be solely about this, and I switched to entertainment, and I only had these real talks on my lives because nobody wants to hear this crap. If I ain't in a Lambo or in a Rolls Royce, which it is what it is. I'm in it for business at this point. But it's really sad, fam, because I've seen the entire process and people leave these details out. You know, they leave out like what a 5 year ARM rate is, adjustable rate mortgage, right? The adjustable rate mortgage is terrible. It is the worst mortgage you could possibly have. John Moran says, I'm definitely gonna be supportive coming through. Yeah, man, just even just you saying what's up, man. Like for real. Like this show is elevating this software that I'm using where I could just switch stuff. This is called StreamYard. And this really changed the game for me. And because I could have topics and I could switch screens and do this, that, and the third. But you know, it really is sad, fam. It really is sad. Property value is a mess in America, bro. It's terrible. It's terrible. And I'm a dad too, bro. Like I'm a father. I'm a father. My son was born unexpectedly. And I was like, man, and it sucks because I want to have more than one kid. Now we only have a one because I want to get a house eventually. I mean, in the back of my mind, I'm kind of giving up low key. I'm like, I might not be able to do this. These down payments and these interest rates are crazy. John Moran says, I've been trying to find some black men talking about this. Oh, yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, at any time, bro. Like, even if you see a video, just comment on the video and be like, hey, I think this would be a good topic. I'll talk about it, you know, because you guys support me. John Moran says, I'm not bringing any kid into this market. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. You can't talk me into having another kid. And if I didn't have my son, EJ, Daddy, love you if you're watching this. You couldn't talk me into having one if he wasn't here. You know, oh, you're a girl, John Morant. Ha ha ha. Oh, my bad. My fault. She about to be waiting for me in the parking lot. I apologize. I assumed your gender. I'm an idiot. But no, and you're a girl. And you're a girl, John Morant, saying you're not having any kids. Man, because from a man's perspective, you know, there's a lot of pressure. But from a woman's perspective, you're supposed to just, you know, pop out your babies and just kick your feet, you know, swing your feet while you're up on the chair, just chilling and smiling, looking all cute. But if I was a woman, I would just go find me a man with a bag. I ain't gonna lie. I tell my girl all the time, if I was a woman, I'd be in there for that cheddar, especially you working in banking. John Moran says there's too much going on in the world. John Moran, I'll say this. Being a parent was painful. Most painful experience I've ever went through, because when I was younger, not to get all deep into my past, but when I was younger, like I said, I got the wooden spoon, fam. So I was like, when I'm an adult, I'm not bringing a kid into this world unless I got 25K in my bank account, debt's paid off, I got the house, car paid off. Of course that didn't happen. That's why I'm up here making YouTube videos on my day off. But you know, I'm getting there regardless. But you know, it was worth it. You know, it didn't happen the way I drew it up on the drawing board, which is fine. But being a parent is a blessing. It is scary, it's terrifying, but you'll be shocked how strong you'll be for your babies, you know, for real. And that's what motivated me to stop caring about what people think. I always wanted to make YouTube videos and to cover interesting topics because I felt like people, especially people that shared my reflection, they didn't do a very good job of covering the applicables, right? They would always tell a story about the person that went from living behind a dumpster in the back of McDonald's, and then how they catapulted to become a multimillionaire, and they never really covered the applicable steps that a person can take, that anybody can do. You know, opening up a CD account, maxing out your 401k plan, having a Excel spreadsheet, and updating the Excel spreadsheet. You know, just all of these things they just left out, and it's because they don't want you to know, right? Because if you know the real information, what good are they? And they're frauds to begin with. Their story's fabricated. The information they're giving is false. Everything about them is false. So if they give you the real information to be successful, which it is a slow and painful process, and it's way harder than people believe. Because you have to build. You have to freaking build. And I have so many lives just talking about like why you should build things. And you know, building is ugly. Like, it is hideous. John Moran says everything is just high. The cost of living is crazy, especially daycare. Especially daycare. Daycare's 1,200. Daycare's 1,200 a month for my son. We had to switch him out, and like it's wilding. John Moran says you definitely need to have a plan financially, physically, etc. I completely agree. I completely agree. Planning is everything. Execution is also very important. Making sure your significant other is on the same page, and you know you gonna have arguments about money. It's gonna happen, but you gotta do it for your family. And like a lot of these talks, a lot of these conversations, and even with this, like you've got to sacrifice and do it for your family. And I feel like the reason why we're falling off so heavy is because family values are falling apart. We made everything a gray area. We got rid of all the lines. There used to be a line in the sand. There used to be a line in the sand. You know, it is what it is. And then you throw in culture. Everybody wants hot girl summer. Nobody wants to be a stay-at-home mom or a chick that just works at Macy's, you know, for fun. You know what I'm saying? Just taking care of her babies. Nobody wants to do that, you know. So when you have, you know, men not wanting to be a dad. Like, remember when dads were cool? You don't even see real dads on TV no more all like that, grilling, building stuff. Like when I was a kid, we had this show called I think it's called Tool Time. It was like Hank the Tool Man Taylor. I forget what it's called. Home Improvement. I think it's called Home Improvement. The show was called Home Improvement. I can't remember what the dude's actor name, what the actor's name was, but he's a very well known actor. But just TV shows, everything has just changed. John Moran says, "No time for the significant others. I gotta I gotta get myself up first, and then that will come." And yeah, it's. I don't know how old you are, John Moran. I'm 29, and yeah, that's the best thing to do for real. And there's no rush for real. People, social media ain't real. Even YouTube is not real. People be lying. People be capping. People be capping on Facebook. Um, they're not doing as well as they seem. It's a lot of smoke and mirrors. John Moran says we have Fresh Print families. Family matters. Yeah, man. Yeah, even Fresh Prince, you know, and Family Matters. And he was a cop. Family, what was it? Officer, what was his last name? Dang it, I can't remember. Winslow, Mr. Winslow. I think his name was Mr. Winslow, and he was a cop. We don't got that no more. You know, so it's like no shit. Excuse my language, but no shit. Everybody's suffering, and inflation's going crazy, and people are depressed, and it's because when times get hard, all you got is family, bro. Winslow. Yeah, it is Mr. Winslow. Yeah, thank you, John Moran. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, like, you know, when times get hard, all you have is family. And like right now, you got people going no contact. I made a video about that too. People are going no contact with their parents, which is crazy because they got yelled at. I got abused. Like, man, I got beaten like I stole something a couple times for acting up in the crib. I still talk to my mom. I love her to pieces. You know, like those memories not only made me tough, those were valuable lessons because her doing that to me was way better than what would happen by police officers, banks, salespeople, companies. People, everyone's just trying to get ahead, and they're willing. And this is why I became an opportunist because I really opened up my eyes, and it showed me that no company, no person is willing. You know, that's not blood is willing to put you before them. It's sad, it's unfortunate, but it's what it is. People forget the parents are human too. I completely agree. Yup. Mm-hmm. I completely agree. That's something that I struggle with as well because my parents made mistakes just as everyone else's parents do, and I judge them for it, right? And my mom had four kids plus me, working by herself, going to college, you know, putting the cape on, being Wonder Woman, and she made a few mistakes here or there. And I did judge her harshly because I couldn't always get the football equipment I wanted or the money for the trips out of state to Washington D.C. and blah blah blah. I play the violin ass, you know what I'm saying? Nobody give a damn about that for real. But it is what it is, you know. I became a parent and I was like, damn, this is hard. I was like, not only is this hard, they made it look easy, you know. I'm over here having nervous breakdowns over parenting and ish. You know, I'm like, man, I'm like, ah. Especially when my son first came in the world, dog. Formula was so expensive. And it's like, dang, this is the American dream. Y'all ain't tell me this. Y'all ain't telling me I was gonna be up on YouTube because I don't got enough time to have a second job because, I got a job working 40, 50 hours a week. Second job, they want you coming in at the same time consistently. You can't call off. The pay sucks because you can't get a corporate job only working 1 or 2 days. Nah. You gotta have at least 22 to 30 hours. And I ain't got the time. I'm working out. I got a lot going on. You feel me? So it's like, had to make a YouTube channel. They didn't tell me this was a part of the American dream. They didn't tell me this was a part of parenting. But you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do. If you got that dog in you, you'll make it work regardless if you got that dog in you. If you got that dog in you. I'm willing to go until I damn near die. I'll die trying. I'm trying to get rich or die. I love 50 Cent. I ain't gonna lie. I had a new appreciation for his music when I became a father because that was my vibe. I was like, I don't care if I got to go on YouTube. I ain't going on Facebook because Facebook is weak. But I'll go on YouTube, Twitch. I'll go live. Shoot, let somebody in my area in Pittsburgh throw me a bag for hosting a birthday party. You gonna see me just with a mic and a happy birthday. I'm gonna be entertaining. Whatever you got to do to get that paper and to come up. John Moran says, but back to what you were saying. They are indoctrinating us in school, and John Moran's hitting all the right spots. No Diddy. But back to well, you're a woman, but still. But back to what I was saying, you were saying that they are indoctrinating us in school, and we need to learn trade, something that can help us with better living in the future. When have you ever used algebra? Never. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. And the main reason, even in the Excel spreadsheets that I use at the job that I shouldn't have because I said I had a degree and I don't, and they caught me, but they let me have the job anyway. You can Google all of these algorithms. You can Google these equations in these Excel spreadsheets, or look inside your resource. A lot of companies have resource engines where you can type in certain questions for common issues and they'll just give you the answer, but yeah, I completely agree. I ain't never used Pythagorean theorem a day in my life. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, but no, like as far as the indoctrination in schools, I think they screwed us over by allowing us in 11th and 12th grade. I remember it like it was yesterday. During study hall, they had us all go to the guidance counselor. And not to throw no shade, because this is a very well-known lady in my community, and I'm saying that like she's like anybody's gonna see this because I'm a nobody. But she had all these colleges above her head, right? She had all these colleges and universities, and she was like, "Oh yeah, here's these colleges. Here's what this college is known for. This college is good for agriculture. This one's good for architecture. This one's good for engineering. Blah blah blah." Right? And so she was like, "Oh yeah, you just sign the paperwork. It's super easy. You just sign up for a Sallie Mae loan." And then on top of that, that's not even the worst part about it. They didn't tell us what degrees were going to be useful in the future, right? Because they themselves, the teachers, the staff, right? They themselves weren't that successful in life outside of teaching, right? So you have people giving recommendations to our youth that they themselves don't have a clue. They themselves are behind on their loans. So how you going to tell me what to do when you ain't got it all together? Make it make sense. And then to add insult to injury, during our study halls, they had like these BS trade schools. They were like vocational schools. So you could get like an associate's degree in business administration or business administration applications. All that is you being taught how to be a glorified secretary. And these schools are 2 years, $34,000 a year. They pat you on the ass. You $68,000 in debt, and you a secretary. At a dental office. like what? And I'm glad I didn't go to college. I remember they gave me the paperwork. I remember they gave me the paperwork to go to college, and they were like, "Yeah, you're going to have to pay all this back." And I was like, "How much is it per year?" They were like, "Oh, it's about this back then." They were like, "Oh, it's going to be about $24,000." I was like, $24,000. I was like, "Oh, for all 4 years?" They were like, "Nah, that's for 1 year." I was like, "What?" I was like, "I ain't got it. I ain't got that money. I ain't got that even close." I came from a wooden spoon. My parents ain't got it. Nobody in my family got it. So what I did is I just went. I started out applying to jobs. I told them I had an associate's degree I didn't have. They weren't checking it. Got me a few more jobs. Eventually, I said I had a bachelor's degree. I didn't have that. They didn't check it. Got me another job. I look up. I'm working. As a tax associate for one of the biggest banks in the country for tax exempt organizations. So it's churches, Jewish synagogues, rabbis, all that crap. Trusts, pensions. College don't make you successful. It doesn't, and a lot of it, unfortunately. A lot of the principles of business and accounting and even finance, the basics can be taught. They really can. And you don't need to go to school for 4 years to learn how to do Excel. Like, sorry, not sorry. But it's just the way it is, fam. Like 1.3 mil for retirement is crazy. How are you supposed to be successful if you got child support, you got car note, you got a mortgage, you got credit card debt, you got student loan. You drowning, fam. You drowning. Taxes are going up. I remember in 2023, people's taxes were going up by about 15 to 20%, while their insurance was going up 20 to 30% per month. People were sick. They were beside themselves. But I don't know, man. I honestly think the American dream is gone, John Morant. I really, really do. And other people that are watching on the playback. I just think there's no hope. Like, only the strong are going to survive, and even the people that survive are going to be on life support, unfortunately. But it is what it is, man. It'd be like that. It'd be like that. But yeah, guys. So apparently, it's going to take about 1.3 mil, on the high end. I say 1.5 by the time by the time you actually get the money. It's going to be about $1.5 million for you to retire, and that's going to be too little, too late. It's just for you to live in your studio apartment. It's sad. And then you include the cost of health insurance. God help you if you got any health problems. Your kids run on hard times. It's going to be a tough night. Well, yeah, man. I don't know. Is the American dream gone? I'm not sure, guys. John Morant, I appreciate you for tuning in for so long. Does mean a lot. And yeah, guys, I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Thanks so much for tuning in. Is the American dream dead? Leave a comment in the comment section below. Thanks so much for watching. I'll holler at you guys later. And your special shout out to John Morant and the Silver and to my family. You guys take it easy. John Morant says, crazy how we are the only countries that don't have free healthcare. That's because we prioritize capitalism. For real. And I don't see it going away anytime soon because it's taxable income. Healthcare is taxable income. That's like child support. I'm all for dads getting their fair shake. But like, you got dads up here screaming with veins in their forehead about child support. I'm like, fam, child support ain't going nowhere because the government got taxable income for the next 18 years. If you think they're going to let you slip out of that, you're out of your mind. You out of your mind. They tax them $400, $500, $600, $700 every single month like clockwork. That's for one kid. I ain't going nowhere. It's all about that money. Only thing that matters is green. Sorry, I was talking on the phone. Oh, no, you're good, John Morant. I got to dip anyway, though, because it's been like 42 minutes strong. I hear my family coming home in the background. John Morant says, but if you're leaving, I'll catch you next live. Thank you so much, John Morant. I really appreciate it. Normally, I ain't got nobody commenting up in this motherfucker. Normally, it's just me talking to myself like a crazy person. But I appreciate the love, especially the other people that sprinkled in. Very appreciative. Have a great day. Hopefully, you guys find a way to build for yourself, build for your family, build for your future. Do not have the hope. Don't operate from a hope standpoint. Operate from a area of action and of leverage, because no one's ever coming to save you, and that's facts. Like, for real. Joe Biden, Trump, the boogeyman, or not the boogeyman, but nobody's coming to save you. We're all toast. It's all a wrap. So I'll holler at y'all later. Have a good day. Hopefully this ain't scaring nobody. It just is what it is, dog. Roll with the punches. Do it with a smile. Tell your mama you love her. You got any issues with your family, make it right. With with your homeboys, your homegirls, any issues with them, make it right. Because at the end of the day, when this economy goes south and times get hard, all you got is your family, for real. All you got is your family and your friends. You'll never know what's waiting for you around the corner. The stuff that hits the hardest is the stuff that you can't see. I hope you guys have a good day. God bless, and thanks so much for your time.